The Conservative Party, officially the Conservative and Unionist Party, and also known colloquially as the Tories, Tory Party, or simply the Conservatives, is a political party in the United Kingdom. Ideologically, the Conservatives sit on the centre-right of the political spectrum. The Conservatives have been in government since 2010. As of 2019, they hold an overall majority in the House of Commons, with 365 members of parliament. The party also has 264 unelected members of the House of Lords, 8 members of the London Assembly, 30 members of the Scottish Parliament, 10 members of the Welsh Parliament and 7,430 local authority councillors. The Conservative Party was founded in 1834 from the Tory Party and was one of two dominant political parties in the 19th century. Along with the Liberal Party, under Benjamin Disraeli, it played a preeminent role in politics at the height of the British Empire. In 1912, the Liberal Unionist Party merged with the party to form the Conservative and Unionist Party. Following this, the Labour Party became the Conservatives' main rival. To this day, the Labour and Conservative parties constitute the two most major parties in the UK. Positioned on the centre-right of the British political spectrum, the Conservative Party is ideologically conservative. Various factions have dominated the party at different times, including One Nation Conservatives, Thatcherites, Liberal Conservatives and Conservative Liberals. Furthermore, there are influential factions of social conservatives and Eurosceptics. While its views and policies have changed throughout its history, the party has generally adopted liberal economic policies favoring free market economics, including measures such as deregulation, privatization, and marketization since the 1980s. Although the party also historically advocated for protectionism, the party is British Unionist, opposing Irish reunification, Scottish and Welsh independence, and is generally critical of devolution. Historically, the party supported the continuance and maintenance of the British Empire. The party has taken various approaches towards policy on the European Union. There are Eurosceptic and, to an increasingly lesser extent, pro-European factions of the party. In recent years, the party has embraced a strongly Eurosceptic position, with party adopting the slogan, "Get Brexit Done," following the decision to leave the EU in a referendum held under the Conservative Cameron government. On social policy, it has historically taken a more socially conservative approach, including implementing Section 28 and generally maintaining Sunday blue laws. However, some argue that its social policy has become more liberal in recent decades, perhaps evidenced best by the legalization of gay marriage by the conservative Liberal Democrat coalition government in 2014. In defense policy, it favors a strong military capability, including an independent nuclear weapons program and commitment to NATO membership. The party's support base has historically consisted primarily of middle-class voters, especially in rural and suburban areas of England. Its domination of British politics throughout the 20th century and its re-emergence in the 2010s has led to it being referred to as one of the most successful political parties in the Western world. The Conservatives are a founding member party of both the International Democrat Union and the European Conservatives and Reformists Party. The Scottish, Welsh, Northern Irish and Gibraltarian branches of the party are semi-autonomous. The Conservative Party was founded in the 1830s. However, some writers trace its origins to the reign of Charles II in the 1670s exclusion crisis. Other historians point to a faction, rooted in the 18th century Whig Party, that coalesced around William Pitt the Younger in the 1780s. They were known as Independent Whigs, friends of Mr. Pitt, or Pittites, and never used terms such as Tory or Conservative. Pitt died in 1806. From about 1812 on, the name Tory was commonly used for a new party that, according to historian Robert Blake, are the ancestors of conservatism. Blake adds that Pitt's successors after 1812 were not in any sense standard bearers of true Toryism. The term conservative was suggested as a title for the party by a magazine article by J. Wilson Croker in the Quarterly Review in 1830. The name immediately caught on and was officially adopted under the aegis of Robert Peel around 1834. Peel is acknowledged as the founder of the Conservative Party, which he created with the announcement of the Tamworth Manifesto. The term Conservative Party, rather than Tory, was the dominant usage by 1845. The widening of the electoral franchise in the 19th century forced the Conservative Party to popularize its approach under Edward Smith Stanley, 14th Earl of Derby, and Benjamin Disraeli, who carried through their own expansion of the franchise with the Reform Act of 1867. In 1886, the PAR